square of any number is that figure whenever we multiplied the same number by itself. It is equals to 2 square. And why we are writing it as 2 square? Because the power here is 1 and power here is 1, or we add the exponents. So in multiplication, when we add the exponents, 1 plus 1 becomes 2, and we know that 2 into 2 is 4. Similarly, whenever we have to find out the square of 3 into 3 means we can write as 3 square, and the answer is 3. So simply square of any number is the figure which we'll get after multiplying the same number by itself. Now how to get the square root? It's very easy to find out the square, but we have to be very careful in finding out the square root. For example, if we are asked to find out the square root of 64, very simple. If we are very expert in tables, we can easily write that 8 8s are 64, or the square root of 64 is 18. But if we don't know the number or the exact answer, we have to make this under root sign or radical sign. This sign is for square root, and the power for this radical sign is 1 upon 2. It means whenever we have this square root sign, the power is 1 upon 2. Now the simplest way of finding out the square root, that we follow the prime factorization, and again we have to start with the smallest number, 2, 32, then 2, 16, then 2, 8, then 2, 4, then 2, and then finally till that time we are getting 1. Now how to write down this and how to find out the value of the square? We write down all these number under the radical sign or the under root sign. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Now 6 times 2. In case of square root, we make the pair of two numbers, 1 and 1, and out of these two we will take out 1, 2. Similarly, out of these two we'll take out 1, and out of these two we'll take out 1. So finally we'll multiply 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. This is the square root of 64. Directly, if you want, and if you are very good in tables, and if you want to detect, suppose if it is written 8 square, I told you the power of this under root sign is 1 upon 2. This and this cancels, so this is equals to 8. This is also another way. Suppose in some blanks and in some objective they gave you the term like this. So how to find out the value of the square root of 64? You can directly find out in this way. So I hope this method is clear. Now come to the cube root. Cube and cube root. Now whenever a number multiplied by itself 3 times, we get the cube, and the answer is this. Means 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Similarly, the cube of 3 is 3 into 3 into 3, and this is 3 cube, and this is 27. So again, it's very easy to find the cube. But when we come for the cube root, now in cube root, again the method is more or less similar. We have to find out the prime factors, but in that case we'll make the pair of 3 numbers instead of 2. Suppose again, same way, if we are finding out the cube root of 64. Now in case of cube root, we will make this radical side or under root side, and we'll write out small 3. Now small 3 means the power is cube, or we can say that 64 raised to the power 1 upon 3. Similarly, we have to make the prime factors 64, 2, 32, 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2, and finally 1. So what we'll do, we'll make the same radical sign, the cube root, the 3 on the other side. Now 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. How many times 2? Now out of these 3, 1 2 will come out. Out of these 3, 1 2 will come out. Now 2 multiplied by 2, the answer will be 4. So the cube root of 64 is 4. And again, once if we are very expert in tables, or the tables are your tips, very simple. Instead of 64, you can write 4 cube and 1 upon 3, because when we multiply 4 3 times, 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. So instead of 64, we can write 4 cube. This 3 and this cancel. The answer will be 4. So this is another way of finding the cube root. So I hope you get a good revision of square and square roots and cube roots in this lecture.
हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अच्छे टॉपिक्स और बहुत बेहतर एक्सप्लेनेशंस के साथ हाजिर होंगे. So kindly subscribe the channel Your Home Tutor. Thank you.